Hey everyone, it's Jamie. Welcome back. So today's video is a tutorial on how I'm going to make a patriotic cross wreath using the Dollar Tree cross wreath form. Now, I'm not sure if you can still find the cross wreath forms at the Dollar Tree. I know that some of my stores do still have these in stock. If you can't find one at your Dollar Tree, you may check the website, the Dollar Tree website, to see if they have some that you can order. So anyway, you're going to need one of those wreath forms. You're also going to need some pipe cleaners, and you will need a total of 24 pipe cleaners. You're also going to need 2 rolls of deco mesh of your choice. Now, if that's only if you're using 2 separate colors, like I am. If you're going to use one solid color, then you're only going to need 1 roll. Now you will need a 10-inch roll of the deco mesh, and I got the red, white, and blue one I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and I got it when it was 50% off. Just the plain white one here I got from Walmart, and I got this during the after Christmas sales when they were selling them 2 in a pack, so I got it for 50% off. But you can find white deco mesh at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, any of those places that sell deco mesh. So anyway, you're going to need at least 2 rolls of deco mesh, 1 of each color. Unless you're using 1 color, then 1 roll should do you just fine. You're also going to need some zip ties. Now, you can pick these up at the Dollar Tree, so any zip ties will do. You're also going to need scissors, some hot glue. You will need some wire cutters, and I'm also going to be adding some floral into this design, so you will need to pick up some floral of your choosing. I'm just going to be using the red, white, and blue floral from the Dollar Tree. So anyway, make sure that you check the description down below for a materials list, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is wire your wreath frame. Now this is from the Dollar Tree, and as you can see, I have already started wiring it, and I left one section so that I can show you guys how I do it. But I am putting 4 pipe cleaners in each section. So I will show you how I do that. I've got this last section here. So you're just going to take one of your pipe cleaners, and this one, I cut it in half. So you're going to go down to, these 2 wires in the middle are the ones you're going to wire together. So you're just going to slip the pipe cleaner up under there. Let me get this out of the way here. And I'm pulling this one all the way down to the bottom of the wreath. So you just want to match your legs up together and then kind of pull it snug and just give it just a couple of twists. And you want to make sure this one is down here on the end. Then you're going to grab another pipe cleaner, go in, and you're just wiring the 2 in the center here. There's 2. I hope that you guys can see that. We'll go and do another one. Let's see if I can turn this around to where you guys can see it a little bit better. So I'm going to go in underneath these 2 in the middle, the 2 wires in the middle. There's that one. And then the last one, so there we go. Hope that you guys were able to see that. So that's how it looks. So you're going to have 4 pipe cleaners in each section. So there's 4 here, there's 4, and then on each of the ends of the cross you're going to have 4 pipe cleaners. you will need to, the center part is going to remain open. There won't be anything in here. So there is how you wire the cross wreath frame. Now that we have our cross frame wired, we're going to move on to the deco mesh. You're going to want to take your deco mesh and measure it to 10 inches long and then cut it. So we're cutting it into essentially 10 by 10 squares. So with mine, I did cut it with a wood burning tool, and that's because this deco mesh is made with the plastic fibers in it. So I can go ahead and cut it with the wood burning tool. The wood burning tool just kind of melts the ends, so it kind of cuts down on the frame. Now, if you're using deco mesh with burlap in it, you probably won't want to use a wood burning tool. Just use scissors or a rotary cutter. And that's just because the deco mesh with the burlap in it doesn't really, the burlap won't burn, it won't melt away. So all it will do is just sit there and kind of smoke, and it's just not very good to breathe in. So I would just recommend, if you've got deco mesh with burlap in it, just to cut it with scissors or a rotary cutter. So anyway, you're going to move on and cut your deco mesh to 10 inches long. And you're going to need, if you're using two separate colors, you're going to need 12 of each color. So I cut 12 of the white and then 12 of the red, white, and blue. If you're just using one color, then you can go ahead and cut 24 squares. So I'm going to go ahead and move on and show you guys what we're going to be doing with our deco mesh. So after you cut it and it kind of rolls up on itself, you're just going to unfold it a little bit here. And you're going to start from down here in the lower right-hand corner. And you're going to take the lower right-hand corner, the point down there, and you're going to fold it up to meet the top left-hand point, the top left-hand corner. So you match your two corners together like that. I'm going to try and turn this around here. And you kind of want to get them as, you know, as even as you can, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So once we get here, you're going to take your thumb where the point is down here, and you're just going to kind of scrunch it up and gather the material toward you as you get to the middle, and it's going to come out and it's going to look kind of like wings. So it's going to look like that. Then you're going to take it and you're just going to fold it up so that the wings kind of come together. So it will look like this. Next, you're going to take a zip tie, and you're just going to tie your zip tie down here at the base of this little wing. And get it kind of tight. Okay, and then just snip off the zip tie. So now you have where it looks like, kind of like little wings or little, I don't know, bunny ears or whatever you want to call it. So there is that. I'll do another one and show you guys again. So where it's rolled up on itself, you're going to unroll it. And then you're going to go from the lower right-hand corner, and you're going to fold it up to meet the top left-hand corner. I'm just going to turn this around. Then you're going to start at the bottom point down here and just gather it, kind of scrunch it up as you go. And it's going to form where it looks like little wings. And you're going to bend them up. So then it looks like little bunny ears. Then you're going to take a zip tie. and just secure the bottom with your zip tie. Get it pretty tight. And then you just snip off the end of that zip tie. So there you go. So you're going to go through and you're going to do that to every one of them. So all 24 of your little deco mesh squares, you're going to fold into these little bunny ears or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. We have our deco mesh made into our little bunny ears. Now is the time that we're going to start adding them to our wreath. So to do this, you want to start on the outside of your wreath frame and work your way into the middle. So it's just easier if you do it from the outside to the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Now if you want to, if you're using two different color deco mesh, decide however you want to lay these in here. I'm just going to be starting with the red, white, and blue and then adding the white in. So I'm going to be alternating them. So the first thing I'm going to do is you're going to take your little bunny ear and then you're going to place it on in the center of the pipe cleaner, starting at the top, or you know, whichever end you wanted to start out, but make sure you do start on the outside. So I'm going to try and zoom in here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. That might be too close, so let's see. Okay, so you're going to take your little bunny ears and you are just going to place them in the center of the pipe cleaner, like that. And then you're going to just twist your pipe cleaner and you're going to want to turn it, get it in there pretty tight, and then just twist and twist and twist. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you can cut off the remainder of the pipe cleaner, but this isn't very long, so I'm just going to bend mine over. So there is the first one. Now I'm going to move on to the white one, and same thing, you're just going to take it and put it in the center of your pipe cleaner. And then the remainder pipe cleaner, I'm just going to fold over. Move on to the next one. And if you need to move your pipe cleaners around, you can, because they're able to be moved a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one down in the center. Pipe cleaner over, and then the next one, same thing, put it in the center of the pipe cleaner. Bend that over. So there is that. Let me zoom out. Okay. So now it's going to look, you're going to think, oh my goodness, that doesn't look good, but trust me, it's going to look better as you go. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next part of the wreath right here. And we're just going to do the same thing. Since we started with the red, white, and blue on that end, we're going to do the same thing and start with the red, white, and blue. So you're just going to add it to the center of the pipe cleaner. Another one here, they all come down. It's a white one, same thing, the center of the pipe cleaner. Another red, white, and blue one. Move my pipe cleaner just a little bit. And then a white one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on and finish putting in the rest of the little bunny ears into my wreath frame, and then I will come back and show you what the next step is. I've got all of my deco mesh on here, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys what this looks like at this point. So this is before I'm going to be putting all of our floral and stuff in there. So as you can see, it doesn't look the greatest at the moment, but it's going to come together. So let me see if I can, I'm trying to get a good angle for you guys to see this, but the thing is pretty big. So my camera, I can't zoom out enough. But so you're going to have your little rabbit ears that you've got going on right here. You're going to want to take them and kind of spread them apart so that you have sort of like a sort of an empty channel going down through the middle here, and then also down each part of the cross going this way, because this is where we're going to be adding our floral to. So at this point, it doesn't look like, you know, it doesn't look that great. It looks like I need to add more mesh to it or whatever, but as soon as we get all of our floral on here, it's really going to look good. Now, the center part right here, how bare it is, if you want to, this is just depending on you, you can add a sign to the center here, like a small sign. You can add a bow if you want to. Just whatever you wanted to put in the center. I think I'm just going to add a bunch of flowers to the center of mine. This wreath I am making for my father-in-law's, his gravesite. I'm going to be putting this on his grave for Memorial Day weekend. So, I would like to get a photo of him and put it in the center, but I don't really have one, so I'm just going to be adding flowers to this instead. So I just wanted to come on and show you guys how it's going to look before you start adding your flowers and everything to it, and to let you know that you do need to spread your little rabbit ears out, because you want to have this sort of this empty space going down through the middle. So that's where we're going to be adding our flowers to. I'm going to start adding my floral, and I'm going to start at the bottom of the wreath and work my way up, just how we did the deco mesh, where you started on the outside and then worked your way to the inside. We're going to do the same thing with the flowers. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So I think I want to start with a carnation down here on the end. Now, whenever you go to hot glue this, you're just hot gluing your florals to the where the pipe cleaner is, where you attached it to the wreath. That's where you're going to be gluing your flowers. So you will just, like this, I did leave a little bit of a stem so that I can bend it a little bit. And that way, this right here, this bottom half kind of gives me a base to where I'm going to put the hot glue. And that way it will adhere to the pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to go ahead and start adding my flowers. See if that's where I want it before I glue it down. Make sure that you get your flowers and everything where you want them before you start gluing. Because once it's glued, it's glued. This deco mesh, it really adheres to that hot glue. So, I think that's going to work. I might cut this off just a smidge. I think it's going to work really good right there. I'm going to put one right there. Grab my hot glue gun. I'm just adding hot glue to the stem. Maybe if I can get it to come out. And then just plopping that right down in there, right on top of that pipe cleaner. Okay, now I think I'm going to move on to a rose, and I'm going to go ahead and push the leaf up, and then I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter because it's too long. I'm going to bend the bottom just a little bit so that it kind of has a base where I'm going to put my glue, and it will sit right on top of that pipe cleaner where we tied our deco mesh into. So, I'll reach over here. I'm going to snip this off just a little bit more and bend it. I'm going to add some hot glue to the bottom. And then just lay my rose right on top of that pipe cleaner. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see. I think I'm going to go in with another rose. I'm going to trim that off just a little bit. I have a little bit of a stem. I'm going to bend it up just a little bit, and I'm going to be hot gluing it to this pipe cleaner right here. It will go right there just like that. Add some more hot glue. I can get that to stay there for me. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just keep on going on through here and doing the same thing with all my florals, just arranging them however I want. And then you will be hot gluing them all the way down the center of your wreath on each little part of your wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do this, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, I am done with the wreath, and this is what it looks like hanging on my kitchen door. Now you have to excuse my ugly door, but this thing is so big, so it was really hard to get in the frame laying it on my table. So I thought I'd do it this way. So here is what it looks like. I'm going to try and give you guys a close-up. And then starting from the top, which this is, I'm telling you, it's a big frame, or a big wreath. So I'm just going to start from the top. I'm going to go down. Sorry if I'm shaky. I ended up adding some of the eucalyptus and the ferns that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm going to kind of zoom out here. So there we go, guys. This turned out so, so pretty. I think my father-in-law would really, really love this. So, anyway, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave me a comment down below because I like talking to you guys. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I wanted to thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!